Alrighty, welcome back to another video. Today we are giving out the awards for certain categories on movies. Now, 2018 was an absolute brilliant year for movies. Had some big movies, some disappointing ones, some surprises, some downright forgettable movies, and just some trash as well. So, without further ado, I'm going to go in, I'm going to give you my categories that we're going to go through, and we're going to go in and give you the nominees, and we're going to give you the winners for each category. And then I want to hear what you guys think as well. What are your favourites and all that into these categories? So make sure you've subscribed so that you can enjoy this content and we can have this discussion on which movies are our favourites, not our favourites, disappointing surprises, so on and so on. Because I want to hear everyone's opinions, because everyone's got different opinions of different movies. We may not agree, but that's the beauty of it. We can all have our own opinions and talk about it. So without further ado, let's get into the categories and let's find out which ones mine are the top ones for. So the first category is obviously going to be animation, the best animated film. Unfortunately, I've only seen 2 this year. I know I'm being a bit slack on that. I've only seen 2. Unfortunately, we don't get Dragon Ball Super Broly until January over here, even though it's a 2018 movie because it's out in Japan now. So I'm trying to stay away from any not spoilers, like any actual things to see of it. So I've only seen the 2, Incredibles 2 and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. They're the only 2 I saw. So Incredibles 2 I thought was good. It was good. If the Spider-Verse didn't come in, obviously that'd be the only one I see. But Into the Spider-Verse takes out the best animated one. For me, it just has extra than the Incredibles 2 does. It's got that emotion, the feeling, and the fact that they actually took this on was very ambitious and they pulled it off. It's a comic book come to life. You care for all the characters. They had 6 different Spider-Mans and they all gave it enough to where you actually care for all of them. So if you haven't seen it, make sure you check it, but it wins the best animated film. I know it's only out of 2, but it wins the best animated. So let's move on to the next category. The next category is the most forgettable movies of 2018. Which ones I think are most forgettable, really. Like just whatever. I'm not going to watch them again. I'll probably forget about them. And there is 3 that come to mind. So we've got Mortal Engines, which you guys should know by now, my opinion on it. And that's just, yeah. So that's one. The Meg, I thought, has good ideas, but it's not one that I'm rushing to go back and see. And it's probably one I'll probably forget as well, really, to be honest. And then the next one is a Netflix one, Annihilation, which is one that I'm not going to watch back, and I really forgot most of what's happened in it anyway. I was following it. The only one I remember is the croc scene. That's about it. But other than that, it's kind of like, whatever. But the winner of that award for the most forgettable movie of 2018 goes to Mortal Engines. This movie has great concepts, great ideas. Execution is poor, is bad. And it is one that the only time I'm ever going to remember is if people watch my review on it. And that's the only time I'll remember it, because it is just one that I'm just not going to remember, because it is just, really? Like, I don't care for it anymore. It's not, like, disappointing, because I didn't even know what to expect of it, but it's just like, whatever, I forget about it. I'm not even going to watch it again. Probably won't even know that it comes out. I'll be seeing it in the store one day, but Mortal Engines, what was that again? Now, sort of remember. But so that's the most disappointing of 2008. That is the most forgettable movies of 2018. Let's move into the next category. The most disappointing movies of 2018. This is where I went in with expectations, well, not so high, but high, and it come well below of what I actually thought. And the 3 nominations are, we're coming in with Robin Hood, which I only saw later. Like, I saw all the promotion in that later, and I thought to myself, this could be actually the Robin Hood movie that I might like. No, they turned into an Arrow and what's it called? It's right there, tip of tongue, Assassin's Creed. And yeah, it's very disappointing, very underwhelming. Didn't really live up to the expectations I thought it was going to be. I thought, you know, you got Taron Egerton in your movie. I'm like, yes, I actually love him in The Kingsman. This could be good. And then no, it just falls flat for me. And another one is The Predator. The Predator falls short as well. Shane Black comes in to direct this, and I'm like, finally, this is going to be the Predator we all wanted. Absolutely love The Predator. And at the end, they do that crap with the Iron Man suit. The Predator's helping the humans in another way. And the human characters, I don't really care for. They're just kind of there. This kid is playing with alien technology and discovers how to use it and speak it. And just, yeah, it's very underwhelming. It's not the Predator I wanted. Absolutely just disappointed me. I just couldn't believe it. And the final one is Jurassic Park. No, not Jurassic. Jurassic World, sorry. The Fallen Kingdom. Absolute disappointment for this one. Is just Jurassic Park 2 taken up a notch. And that's it. That's all it is. And it's very underwhelming. The ending I was like, really? You're really going to end it with the dinosaurs running around, roaming the free, normal world? Really? That's how you're going to end it? Did we not learn the first time where we're experimenting on dinosaurs and this shit went down badly? No, we'll keep doing it, but we'll bring it on to our home soil where everyone lives to do this. And it's just, nah, disappointing. But the winner for the most disappointing movie of 2018 has to go to The Predator. And major expectations come well below. And yeah, it is. It's just, I wanted this Predator to be so good. I wanted it to be the Predator I wanted. But it didn't. It fell so short. Oh. Be interested to see where they go if they continue it. But it's just, yeah, it's disappointed me. So without that, let's move on to a new category where it's actually going to hype me up and not disappoint me. Which is the most surprising movies of 2018. Expectations down here? Pew, straight through the roof. Absolutely thought they were unreal. Couldn't believe it. Let's find out. Who did I nominate for these ones? We have got First Man as one of the nominations. Expectations down here. Didn't know anything about it or anything like that. I was like, oh, it's about Neil Armstrong. How's this going to be entertaining going to the moon and back? How's this going to be anything? But it gets you invested, hits you emotionally, and it is a good story. I didn't know any of that stuff happened. I honestly didn't know. Being Australian and not American, I didn't know about that. I just knew that Neil Armstrong was first man on the moon, but that's it. And it absolutely delivered, and it surprised the crap out of me of how good it was. I mean, on any other given day, this movie would be easily #1 as movie of the year if this year didn't have so many good movies. So yeah, so that's one. Another one is Game Night with Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams. And let me tell you, I was like, ugh, here we go. This is either going to be crap or alright, because I was like thinking to myself, how can you make a comedy about game night? And I'm like, what, are they just going to sit around and just play games and stuff like that? But no, they didn't. They actually surprised me that they took it like that. And that it was based on a kidnapping story in that. And Rachel McAdams and Jason Bateman were unreal in this. Like, the chemistry between them, it works so well for me. And I like this movie. I went and bought it and made my wife watch it, and she was laughing. I was laughing all the way through. It's brilliant. Like, the gunshot where she cuts it. Oh, you didn't need to cut it that big. Like, it's just that, it surprised me. Like, my expectations were here too. I didn't think it was going to be that good, but it was one of the funniest movies of the year. And finally, the last nomination is Bumblebee, because Bumblebee, as the Transformers franchise, is tarnished as crap right now. Bumblebee, I didn't expect to be that good. I was just like, oh no, another Transformers. I'll give it one more go, I'll give it one more chance, and it's probably going to disappoint me. I've got a feeling it is. But Bumblebee didn't. Bumblebee took it to another level. I was like, this is how you tell a story. Yes, it's the same as E.T. and that, but this is what the Transformers franchise needed. A grounded story that just follows through and you care about. I care about Harley Steinfeld's character. The first human character I actually care about in the franchise. And then you've got Bumblebee, who is everyone's favourite. He's the people's champ, man. He's the people's champ. Everyone loves Bumblebee. And it delivered. 95% on a Rotten Tomatoes, and it delivered. And it surprised me because I didn't think we'd get a good Transformers movie in this day and age, but we did. And Travis Knight did deliver, which I'm very surprised. Well, I'm not surprised that he delivered, but I'm surprised they delivered one. And it was, yeah, so let's go on. Who won? Let's find out who won. And the winner is First Man. I think First Man, I went in there with no knowledge whatsoever what it was going to be. I didn't expect it to be good. It's just a story to the moon and back, and it delivered, and it surprised the crap out of me. Check it out if you haven't, because it's a good movie. Made me tear up a little bit because it is a heartfelt adventure movie, and I enjoyed it. So, yeah, so that's the most surprising. So let's get into the final category now. The final category is Movie of the Year. I'm going to give you my top 3. First, honourable mentions. First Man, any other given time would be up in there. And, yeah, so that's definitely going to be up there. That's an honourable mention. Bumblebee's another honourable mention. I've got to give Black Panther an honourable mention as well, because that is a good movie as well. And it was important at the time as well that we needed a movie like that. So without further ado, let's get into the top 3 movies of the year. Coming in at number 3 is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Comic book movie, absolutely delivered. Cannot say anything bad about it. Hit me emotionally. Animation was on point. Story was on point. And I cared for every character. And the voice acting was unreal. So that comes in any other time, it would be number 1. But unfortunately, there's 2 movies that I think are actually better than Into the Spider-Verse. And let's go into number 2, which is Creed 2. Absolutely love the Rocky franchise. Creed 2 for me, perfect send-off for Rocky. I was actually in tears. I had a little tear coming down at the end of the movie. Because you know this is the end of the Rocky character, and he has been in people's lives since they were children. Like, he's been around for a long time, and he's the ultimate character that never gave up, and you respected him and you looked up to him because he never gave up. Inspired you all the time. Michael B. Jordan is unreal in this movie. Make sure you see Creed 2 because it is a good movie, and it will hit you hard. It will hit you hard emotionally, and it will invest you into this movie, and you feel like you're in the arena with him, cheering Adonis on. But it also makes you feel sympathy for the villains, the Dragos, and like you can't hate the Dragos. You can't. This movie delivered. You care about the Dragos, you care about Creed, you care about Rocky, and it delivered. Any other time, this would easily be my number 1. Easily. But, number 1, you guys probably have an idea of what I put in number 1. And number 1, never in doubt, Avengers Infinity War. Russo brothers, take a bow, because you delivered an absolute monster of a movie. This movie, to get all these characters in, equal screen time, it's never been done before, but it has now. And they had, the biggest thing that I like about Infinity War is they had the balls to let Thanos win at the end. If Thanos doesn't win at the end, then it's not as impactful, because the stakes were made at the start. They showed how powerful Thanos was and what his goal was. And to see, this is really, it's more about Thanos than the Avengers in that. But you see how he progresses throughout the movie. And to get to where he is and to have him win at the end, absolutely had everyone gobsmacked. I was gobsmacked. I didn't actually think they would do it. I was like, it would be awesome if Thanos actually won. But I didn't think they'd actually go through with it. But they did. And I can't believe they did. Not many movies make me go back and rewatch them. I went back and watched Infinity War 3 times in the theatre. I bought Infinity War within the week it came out, and I've watched it another 7 times. This movie just makes me, I just love it. Like, it's one of my favourite movies of all time. Like, I just love Infinity War. And now the question is, can the Russo brothers deliver on Endgame? Because expectations are going to be up here. I mean, Infinity War after the trailer out, my expectations were up here. I thought it was going to be amazing. But it went straight through and blew it out of the water. Like, it exceeded my expectations. I didn't think the movie could exceed such high expectations, but it did. and I fear that Endgame's gonna have such high, unrealistic expectations because of Infinity War, which could damage it. But Infinity War is just such a good movie, and it is movie of the year for me. Let me know in the comments, what is your movie of the year? And all the other categories, what is your movies? Disappointing, surprising, animated, most forgettable? Let me know in the comments. We can have a discussion about it, because that's the beauty of movies. We can all agree and disagree and have discussions about movies, because we all like different things. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video, and probably in 2019. So yeah, so have yourselves a good new year, and I'll see you in 2019. Peace!
Perfect.